So okay, 2:30, 6:30, so around about 9 o'clock you'll get another cow. Since we've nothing better to do, we'll wait for the cows to be born. 7. Oh, it's going to be overcast later today. Then we'll go and pick up the eggs, because we don't have a lot else to do right now. It'll be 8 o'clock. Oh, I could check the other fields for contracts. We'll do that in a minute. How are we doing? 11 minutes. Didn't update yet. Come on. Do that thing. There we go. We got another cow. But we didn't get an achievement yet. I didn't notice us getting an achievement yet. So, we need another cow. Problem with this game is it doesn't tell you how close you are to the achievements, just that, well, it tells you you haven't completed them and how many you need to complete them. It doesn't tell you how close you are. So I don't actually know how many cows I've bred. Have to be on the same save game, so you can't breed 10 cows on one game, save and then start a new game and breed 10 more. They all have to be from the same game. So, oh, there's one there. Bop. And that's all the eggs gone. Okay. Oh, you want me to fertilise? I can probably do that. How does that field look, by the way? Needs ploughed. Needs 2 stages of fertilisation. So I missed ploughing these 3 fields last year. Not that it pays much, but... oh, and they've... give me a wait, but no worries. Come on, connect, why don't you? There we go. All right. Spread the tracks. Turn up the spreader and let's do this. A working width on this much bigger than the seeder the weeder we were using earlier, and operating speed much faster too. I need to zoom out all the way so I can see where we've done and not done. This is the horse tract spreader. I wasn't very impressed with it. Had a lot of issues with it when I was using it. Maybe I'll give it another go in Farm Sim 19. Of the field. Hey Jeremy, I'm doing okay. We have a nice, relaxing for the moment Saturday morning. And we just bred a pet cow, and I don't think it updated my cow breeding status to complete. So we're going at least another 11 hours. For another cow. So how's your Saturday? I think what I might do is that, and I might even do that too. Okay. Cool. It's kind of dull and overcast here today. Well, fortunately our local farmer neighbour got all his beans in last week and just finished seeding the field. And auto turn. Whee! The farmer has a small field out by the church. He planted some winter crop a couple of weeks back, and that's already started sprouting. So you can get GPS to turn around for. Yes, yes. Shall I bring that back up? So this bit at the top modifies your working width. A sets it automatically to the width of your equipment. Doesn't always work for modded equipment because sometimes the data files don't specify the correct spread width. You can modify it plus or minus to get a little bit of an overlap. Typically, if I'm doing my own fields, this has a working width of 36. I may drop it to 35 so that I don't end up with little gaps between. Offset you use for plows, where you flip the side that the plough's working on. So every time you pull a 180, it'll offset the opposite direction. This alters the direction of travel. Normally it defaults to straight north, straight south, that flips it east-west. That turns it on, that messes with the lines so that when you're in a field of growth you can see them better. Makes them go away completely. And then this bit here is auto turn at the end of the field. Now it detects the end of the field, and as soon as it reaches it, okay, that's not good. Why didn't you turn around? We'll do that. There we go. Very, very fast. Oh, we're going to leave the field. Get back on the field. There we go. Okay. So yeah, for some reason that didn't work. And however, it is set up to do a right turn at the end. So this, no automatic turnaround. I think that's don't know what that one does. And then this one sets it to do an automatic 180 at the end of the field. You can switch it either way, and if I press that button again it'll force it to do a turn regardless. This here alters the sensitivity to the end of the field, so if I don't want to go all the way to the edge, where is it? So that's currently set to 1. I think if I increase, no, decrease it, no. Oh, it's this number here. No. Okay, that's a completely different thing. This one here is how close I want to be to the edge of the field. So by pressing that, I'm pushing it back 5 meters from the edge. So if I want to do seeding, I would set it to seed. I've got a 9 meter seeder. I may drop it to turn around 7.5 meters, and that'll get it to turn around early, but it won't plant anything along the edge of the field, so that when I come to do the headland at the end, I'm not reseeding a thing. So hopefully, I'll take my fingers off the keyboard. There we go. So we get the automatic turnaround, and if I leave the keyboard alone it may turn around at the top end as well. A lot of the time I'll do it by eyeball these days, because once again Farm Sim 19 did the whole GPS not available for a year, so you have to get used to getting your planting rows accurate by eye. I used to use this thing up here in Farm Sim 17 to determine straight lines up and down the field, and that mod didn't come with 19, but they incorporated it into the map over here. Now shows the course you're looking at, but I don't have a natural tendency to look down here to see where it is. This is easy because I can look at the vehicle, I can look where I'm going, and I can see the compass all in a straight line. I'm not having to glance down here to see compass bearing. So complete hands off. That's still 7.2. Let's drop that straight back to 1. That's why we turned around on the field at the other end. So this should take me right up to the edge of the field, and as soon as the tractor crosses it, it'll make a left turn, and it doesn't again. So we'll have to force it. Now it's forced, so control and the arrow keys left and right will force a turn when you want it. Control W activates cruise control, Okay, Control and the arrow keys operate these 4 buttons. Force left, force right, and move it in or out from the edge of the field. Can't remember what that does. Don't know what that does either. I don't know what a lot of things done. I kind of figured out what I needed. I don't save courses because you can save and load courses here. I don't bother with that. As I said, this, if I get in the thing, I can't see the lines, but by hitting, come on, that button there, it raises the lines so I can see. I should be able to see the red lines at the edge too, although I can't for some reason. That makes them go away for when you're streaming and you don't want people to know that you're using GPS. And then back to the lines are ground level. Oh, you can take a course from a neighbour, I guess, if you're playing multiplayer. Anyway, hands off. And turn. Doesn't want to turn. Okay. There we go. I probably need to turn that off and turn it back on again. And it might work. So yeah, I have issues with it too sometimes. And Control dot on the numeric keypad makes the whole panel go away. So you can take a picture. What is this tractor? Magnum 340. Twin Narrows. Seems to be a configuration that's not offered by many manufacturers except Case. And we're done. Yay, pay so much money. Awesome. So that field is now double fertilized. Oh, and this one wants me to spray with a Challenger. And why not? And yeah, automatic turns with a tracked vehicle doesn't work too well on 17. Okay, connecting to I don't think this has a hitch to work with that. Yeah, it has a pin hitch there, so what's the issue? Okay, I can't do that one. Okay. Give me a tractor that doesn't work with the piece of equipment you've provided. That's just so forward thinking. Yeah, I know. Now that one will work. Giving us that thing again. Okay, so again we go from the setup. Oops. Turn that on. Turn the panel on. Automatic width. So that's put it all the way out there. That's good. This is the offset. So it's going to drive me along the blue line, but the green line is the center of the piece of equipment I'm using. Well, that's not the case for this piece of equipment, so I press O and that resets the offset back to the drive line. I can, that's the course set, so we could adjust that down a little so there's a little bit of an overlap. Course set, I could move it further out to the right, so we're going to cover the entire field because this field isn't straight. There we go. Zoom out. So we're still going to miss, according to that red line goes all the way up to there, we're still going to miss that bit over there. So maybe since there's a, oh no, yeah, so it's not even going to get there. Anyway, so we'll do that to there. Engage that, do that, and engage cruise control, and turn on the equipment, turn on the thing. There we go, it's settled down. And of course for Farm Sim 19, I'll do the first row by hand. Whoops, sorry. In Farm Sim 19 the interface is completely different and the module was written by someone completely different, so maybe what I'll do is when we get to the end I'll go manual to the right. Actually, this field's a horrible shape. Why would I ever want to buy it? So as soon as I get to here, as soon as I do a tight turn, it'll disconnect GPS. So GPS is off, but I'm driving approximately the course. Which is another way of doing it. Don't turn on the auto drive, just set up GPS and then follow the lines it gives you. Swing it around. Actually, do that and re-engage cruise control, and we're pretty good now. Of course, because I did everything manually, this is now going to put me on an auto turn left, so I need to click that to put it on an auto turn right at the other end of the field. Whether it's going to do it or not, I don't know. It didn't do it last time. I think I downloaded GPS for 19. I haven't bothered using it yet. I'd also like to get back into trying to use courseplay as well, because I'm thinking the map I'm going to replace this one with is probably going to be an Oxygen David map, and he really likes putting stuff in the middle of the fields, like trees. You don't want to do that, do you? Okay. Stuff in the middle of fields, like trees or telegraph poles or things, and then you have to drive round them. And helpers don't like that. I did try out courseplay, but I tried out courseplay on Sosnovka, which should have been quite easy because Sosnovka is a big sprawling map with no hedges and no fences or anything to run into, but I just could not get it to work. Now the new courseplay has a new interface, and will demonstrate to you, you pick the field you want to be on, and it will generate a course for you, and then it will display the course it's generated so that you can figure out, do I actually want to do this or not? So maybe I'll pull this into about 5 meters from the edge of the field and see if that works. There we go. And then it automatically switches, next one's a right turn. So long as you don't do the turn manually, it will automatically switch left right at each end of the field. And if you have the GPS on this, it will also cheep when you get close to the edge of the field. So even if you're not using auto drive feature and you're reading your stream chat whilst just holding the throttle down, it'll beep and say, hey, I'm nearly here. You probably should be paying attention. Didn't hear the cheeping. And we didn't hit the edge of the field. Go again. Oh, there's a sheep. I still do like this map. You can't run it on a basic machine, barely capable of running Farm Sim 17 because there's way too much junk around all the farms. The workshop has tools in it, a lot of how long have I been on this map? I've been playing this map for 500 odd hours, I think. I can check at the end of this. So that's actually a good point to turn, because we managed to get all the way to the edge of the field. Now there's the little arc as we turn back onto course, which doesn't get done. I'm trying not to worry about that. because you probably end up spending more on fertilizer than you do on than you get back from making sure you filled in all the gaps. As far as streaming is concerned, I've been streaming this since I started streaming in September last year. And it's most Saturdays, although there are times when, you know, Saturdays have stuff happening, and so I don't have the opportunity to play on Saturday. Since this doesn't use up fertilizer, so 607 hours played so far. This used to be the farm that I would watch Arthur stream or YouTube videos while I was playing in the evening. No, I just have to finish off the pie, and then it automatically finishes. I don't recall Arthur ever doing Lawfolds. I mean, it's a great fun. It's a good starting setup. You get a serious ton of equipment, but all of the tractors are 180 horsepower or less. And the problem with that is you also start with a sugar beet field and a tractor hauled sugar beet harvester, which sadly none of your tractors can haul. You start with 9 fields, defined fields, and a pasture of map grass. The map will never come to 19. This map was released within the first 2 months of Farm Sim 17 coming out, and the map maker did, I think, 1 update to it and then quit making maps